you talked about going to part-time. Is that still where you're at, or are you full-time now?
I'm full-time me.
Full-time
Full-time this.
Full-time TikToker.
Yeah.
Full-time this crazy
Yeah.
thing. And how did that happen? Like, what was that journey like? I want to start first, like, just when did you realize that you could make money from it? And two, was your decision to go part-time because you'd fully replaced that other bit, or was it because you were just like, fuck it, I'm going all in on this?
I think, I was working as a social media exec, so I was doing a lot of like TikTok marketing stuff as well. And then I was just doing my own TikTok stuff in that time. And then as my sort of following grew, more sort of opportunities came through with it. And then it grew quite a lot over the past sort of year. And it just got to a point where I could be doing it. Like I could be spending more time on it and like putting more effort into it. And I didn't like my job. So it was a good excuse to get out. And then it became like quite good, and it still is quite good. So I was like, goodbye to my job. And I always figure like if it quietens down, I have work experience so I can go back. So I'm just going to like drive it while it lasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And in terms of that, like without having to, you don't have to give us specifics, but like, did it fully replace your salary and then some, or is it just enough that you like, I can go full time?
I'm earning a lot more than I was on my salary.
Perfect.
My workplace wasn't known for good salaries.
Well, social media management, ask these guys, they know about it.
It's true. It's true.
And
You're getting paid for this?
are you? Fuck. And okay, cool. And then my follow-up question to that is like, what are those revenue streams so far that are coming in? Is it all brand deals? Like it's all brand deals?
It's all brand deals, yeah.
So literally just like making content here and for other people's social media? Oh, like brands?
Yeah,
UGC
my only
and stuff?
income is from brand stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only stream of income I have right now, which I know is like one source for like, I feel like you're about to judge it. I just know.
No. Look, I'm not. There's a whole thing, right? There's that whole thing of like, oh, you need 7 streams of income to become a millionaire or some bullshit that you hear on like, all the finance bros. But that's full of shit. All my income comes from this one business.
Yeah.
Right. So like most of those guys would be like, oh, you need to diversify and have all this sort of crap. But actually going all in on one thing is sometimes the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Right. Rather than trying to do too much.
Because then you can't do like everything is good, whereas you do one thing better.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're making a lot more money than you did on your salary just from this, then right now, I mean, you're 24. So, I mean, that's not a bad gig to be.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Absolutely.
Don't have to report to anyone. I love it. I know.
Fuck yeah, that's great. And then, so what do you see the future being then?
Don't you dare ask me that. I have a panic attack. I don't know. I don't know.
Like Jody.
I guess, especially because they're threatening to delete TikTok in the States right now. If TikTok got deleted, I'd be unemployed just like that. Like, it would be so bad.
Yeah.
But I should be thinking about what to do. It's really hard to move people off platform, I find, from TikTok. Like, yes, you have a following and like consistent engagement, but it's so hard to make people just move to a different platform and follow you somewhere else. That would be my ideal, especially like YouTube or something, because that's more stable. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm back in the workplace.
Yeah, absolutely. And that TikTok thing, like, we're obviously quite conscious of it and watching the developments. I personally think it's not going to happen. The reason I think it's not going to happen is because they've talked about, like, the Congress are pressing them to sell. Yeah. Which means it's all about money and less about security. And they're trying to use the guise of, but if we have control, then we can keep the security. But that's full of shit. Yeah. Because TikTok gave them an option.
So many times. So it's like the boy who cried wolf. Like, I don't believe it's going to happen anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And if it does happen, what is your plan? Like, you've got none. You're just going to be like, can I get a job back?
Hey, remember how I exited and quit really angrily? Can I have that job back?